In this video, I'm going to break down the bridge model. The bridge model is a very effective psychological framework that you can use to help better understand how and when to sell your services. The bridge model is split down into 3 stages. The first stage is about establishing a goal, a dream, a vision, or a wish of your client that you want to help clarify and crystallize. We want to try to understand where our potential client wants to be. What does that look like? What does that feel like? And at the superficial level, this is what you'll hear most. You'll hear things like, I want to lose weight. I want to change my body shape. I want to be stronger. I want to be more flexible. And they'll start giving you the words, the very simple, superficial words that give you an idea as to the type of exercise that you might want to be doing with them. But it's important to go to the next level with where your clients want to be and understand emotionally how this is going to affect them. It becomes really powerful when you understand someone's goal at an emotional level. So asking questions like, how is achieving this goal going to impact your quality of life? Or how would your life be different as and when you achieve this goal? What is it going to do for you? How will you feel differently? And trying to understand at an emotional level how achieving this goal of being leaner, being stronger, being more flexible is going to impact them will help you help them further. The second stage of the bridge model is clarifying where the individual is now. It's so important that if you are to help this person move from where they are now to where they want to be, we need to really clearly establish where those 2 places are objectively. Because in order for you to do your job, you're going to have to measure the improvement somehow from where they are towards where they want to be. We need to do this with some level of objectivity, which means we need to translate the goal here somehow into numbers. If you're looking to change body composition, numbers are quite obvious. For example, we might want to track weight, how much someone weighs. If we're tracking body fat, we can of course track the percentage through some measurement device. We can also use the measuring tape to track inches. But in a different realm of something different we want to help someone, it's just as important to find a way of measuring progress. If that's flexibility, then we want to try and track range of motion somehow. That can be done using photography apps on your phone, which can be super helpful. Or it could simply be done old school with a goniometer and tracking range of motion in degrees. But certainly pictures are really useful for that. We could, of course, if we're tracking and trying to help someone improve a certain activity, whether that's running, swimming, cycling, or any sport, we can try and extract some data as to how we can see their performance changing over time. That could be their 5K best ever time. Or it could be the position that they achieved in a triathlon that they're competing on or want to compete in. But some way we're going to have to get at where are they now in their level of performance, their ability or their movement, whatever it is that you're looking to change. And again, very much like the first stage, getting under the surface, we have to understand in what way is this individual suffering? What is the negative emotion that is being created from the current situation they find themselves in? Because the better you can understand where they are now, the more you can sympathize with them, the better you'll be able to communicate with them and ultimately help them move forward and out of this negative situation. You see, every human behavior is driven by either pain and or pleasure. Change will only happen, motivation will only happen when you establish that the pain you're experiencing right now exceeds the pain of making a change to creating a new set of conditions. So we have to understand what is the pain that someone is feeling right now that's going to motivate and charge them towards achieving the goal that they've outlined. This is really important at this early phase so that you can help understand not only what they want to achieve, but why they want to achieve it. What buttons are you going to press to help make sure that you get what you need from your client to achieve this goal? Now, the third and final stage of the bridge model is the plan you're going to help, the bridge you're going to build to get them from where they are now to where they want to be. And when you're first communicating and actually using this model with a client, you have to briefly outline the major key steps that you're going to take with them to take them from where they are now, the painful place, to where they want to be, the pleasurable place. And again, this is going to be totally down to your knowledge and experience. But a couple of examples might help. If you want to help someone change body fat, you might need to break down their the key things you need to cover into 3 main areas. You might need to cover exercise, how they're moving their body and how they're structuring their exercise in any given week or month, or even, say, a quarter of a year. You might want to then cover nutrition, and you might break nutrition down into calories and the concept of a deficit of calories in versus calories out. You might want to break down macronutrients and the importance of understanding how to understand and manipulate what they're consuming to optimize their ability to burn fat. And then you might want to cover sleep and stress and lifestyle changes they might want to make. You could break them down even further so that they can begin to see what stages they need to go through to get from where they are to where they want to be. What this is going to do for your client is show them that you have the knowledge and you have the foresight to guide them through to achieving a goal. Now, once you've fully completed the bridge model, the only final thing to do is repeat the whole thing back to your client, whether this is in a consultation or just a typical conversation with someone, is to paraphrase back to them that you understand, that you've listened and fully understood where they are now, how they're being negatively impacted by their current conditions, and secondly, where they want to get to and what is motivating about that. How is their life going to be different? How is it going to positively impact them when they've achieved this goal? And then finally, your staged process of how to get them to where they are now to where they want to be. That is the simplest and most logical way of selling your services. The beautiful thing about this model is that if you follow it to the letter, it will not feel like you're selling your services, at least not in the way that we perceive selling to be. If you can logically and patiently and compassionately break down these 3 phases, all the while listening to your potential client, giving them the time to voice their concerns and their dreams, you can be the one that walks with them hand in hand towards achieving their goal. And that is the reason you came into this industry.